Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today we are here for a performance review of UAE Branch Council. I am Mr. Abdul Rahman, and currently I am serving as an internal auditor at FAST National University, where my major responsibilities are overseeing the risk and compliance reviews, and I am also associate member of cost and management accountants. And today's our special guest would be Mr. Farid, who is basically finance manager at Nakhir, and his he also served as vice president finance and procurement at Abu Dhabi Finance PJSC. And at the same time, he also served in past as a chief accountant, Tamir Investment Holding LLC. And for today, basically जिस काम के लिए हम यहाँ पे हाजिर हैं और जो जिम्मेदारी और जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इनकी इस वक्त है, ही इज़ आल्सो सर्विंग एज चेयरमैन UAE ब्रांच काउंसिल. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच मोहम्मद फरीद, आपने अपने बिजी स्केड्यूल में तो टाइम निकाला और आज हम जो UAE ब्रांच काउंसिल है उसको ऑलमोस्ट 2 इयर्स हो चुके हैं इस्टेब्लिश हुए और 1 साल बाकी है. हम इन 2 सालों के अंदर UAE ब्रांच काउंसिल की जो परफॉर्मेंस है उसको रिव्यू करेंगे. थोड़ा सा क्रिटिकली एनालिसिस भी होगा एंड आई होप सो जो फरीद हैं वो उसको बहुत पॉजिटिवली खंदा पेशानी के साथ उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे. और हम सिर्फ क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस नहीं करेंगे, हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपकी जो ओवरऑल एक परफॉर्मेंस है उसके ऊपर भी एक नज़र दौड़ा सकें और 2 सालों में आपने क्या अचीव किया है और 21 आप कैसे देख रहे हैं. और ओवर टू यू फरीद, अगर आप थोड़ा सा अपना कुछ इंट्रोडक्शन करवाना चाहें तो उसके बाद जो है वो हम फॉर्मली अपना ये सेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Abdul Rahman. Thank you for your brief introduction. I myself, as you're all aware, my name is Mohammad Farid. I am serving as a chairman UAE Branch Council ICMA Pakistan here in UAE since 2000. Actually, it was 2013 and 14 as well, but now the current council is 2019, 2021. So my brief background is basically I am a fellow member of Cost and Management Accountant of Pakistan, and I moved in Dubai since 2007, and I started my career with a real estate company, which was Tamir Investment Holding. Then I moved to Abu Dhabi government. After that, I moved to Dubai government. So my most career, you can say, is in the government sector, but it's related to property development. So I was here I'm accumulating 14 years in UAE, and that is my professional career. Now coming towards the ICMA branch. ICMA Pakistan branch, initially it was formed in 2013, and I was the one who was leading at that time, being a chairman of UAE branch council. 2013 and 14 was a good year. We met lots of people. We tried to open a branch, but due to some difficulties, we were not able to achieve that. In 2019, 20 and 21, the 3 years branch council again open. One Zia Saab lead as a president for this national council. And at that time, they decided again to open branches for international, like Canada, Australia, Saudi, UK, and UAE. In UAE, our most members are there, more than 350 registered members here, serving the economy in a good positions, finance, being a CFO, CEOs, finance directors, financial controller, finance managers. So a big community in UAE. So basically the target is In international market, we have to abreast ourselves with a great knowledge, great people, and with a good qualification. So here we'll talk about later what we did in the last 2 years, but that is a brief introduction from my side. That yes, UAE is a big market, and we have more than 350 members serving in UAE, where we have to abreast them with a new technology, new knowledge, where we have to support, enhance the knowledge in the job market and as well as in front of the employer. So that's all for the introduction from my side. Yes, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you for your introduction. First of all, we will start from the agenda or the manifesto or the strategy which you people brought when you people took charge of ब्रांच कौंसल एंड जॉब की एक इलेक्शन कैंपेन थी उसके अंदर आप लोगों ने एक अपना मैनिफेस्टो दिया तो डेफिनेटली हम वहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे फिर कुछ ऐसी कोई क्यूरीज हैं जो कि यूएई बेस्ड जो मेंबर्स हैं उनकी तरफ से भी कुछ लॉन्च की गई थी तो वो आपके सामने रखेंगे और सबसे पहले जो सबसे एक ऐसा एरिया जितनी मैंने रिसर्च की आपकी और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा जो हूँ वो टच में रहता हूँ हमारी जितने भी फॉरेन ब्रांचेज हैं या आईसीएमए की एक्टिविटीज़ हैं तो आपकी जो बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस एक्टिविटी जहाँ तक मुझे लगी है तो आपको अगर कुछ ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं यार ये एरिया नहीं हमने इस एरिया में इससे बेहतर परफॉर्म किया तो आप उसको एलिब्रेट कर दीजिएगा एंड दैट वाज योर सीपीडी एक्टिविटीज जिसके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा आप लोगों ने जो है वो परफॉर्म किया आप लोगों का जो एक जो आप लोगों ने अपना मैनिफेस्टो लॉन्च किया था या जो अपनी स्टडी लॉन्च की थी जिसमें अभी तक अगर मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट अपना रिव्यू दूं तो उसमें आप लोगों ने जो सबसे ज्यादा बेहतर परफॉर्म किया वो सीपीडी एक्टिविटी के अंदर किया तो इसके ऊपर सबसे पहले तो कुडोज फ्रॉम ऑल मेंबर्स आल्सो कि आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से इसको लेकर चले और मजीद क्या आप लोगों के प्लान्स हैं इसको मजीद आप लोग किस तरीके से जो है वो अगले 21 के अंदर इसको और क्या इसके अंदर इम्प्रूवमेंट्स अगर आप लाना चाहेंगे तो वो क्या है अगर आप मेंबर्स को जो है वो थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ कर दें इसके ऊपर तो फिर इसके बाद अपने नेक्स्ट पॉइंट की तरफ जाते हैं
Thank you, Abdurrahman. You said very well that CBD activity is one of our core bond, you can say, in term of UE branch activities. Actually, when we started, there is basically a gap between the members' connectivity, which has to be fulfilled by connection via CBD or social activities. When we started in 2013 and 14, at that time, there were no COVID-19 and lots of activities happening. But only the stop point for us is that we are not registered in UAE. Basically, we have to register in UAE in terms of to organizing the CBD activities, any social get together, or any type of introduction to the companies that what we are and what we are doing. Like being a professional accountant, we have to tell people that where we belongs and what the status we have in UAE. So that is a lag in 13 14. But in when we started in 19 20 21, this term 3-year term, our main focus was to establish ourselves as a legal entity in UAE. CBD is one of the main part where we have to emphasize ourselves, but our main emphasis is to register ourselves, which Alhamdulillah we did it in last year. So we registered in Rasul Khaima as a academic zone, under the academic zone, as a foreign branch of ICMA Pakistan. So now we are legalized, and whatever we can do over here, we can do under the umbrella of Rasul Khaima Academic Free Zone. And it's not like a city; it's basically a UAE, so you can register anywhere there are 7 Emirates in UAE, so you can register either Dubai. Dubai is basically a little bit difficult and cost consuming, like there's most of costs involved here, so we started to save our money as well, because the facilities are same Either you have to register in Dubai or Ras Al Khaimah or Umm Al Quwain, anywhere. But the thing is that where we can quickly register ourselves and start being a legalized company in UAE. So that is the first target we took as a challenge, being opening a branch in 19. CBD, I agree that it's one of the main our emphasis that we have to conduct as many as CBD activities we can, but our main focus was to establish a legal entity in UAE, which we did, Alhamdulillah. So coming towards the CBD activity, because of this Corona COVID-19, we were not able to organize as much as we can. We said that we did, but we moved to webinar type of thing, like offline, virtual. We started that activity, and we did lots of seminars. We have lots. We can share with you the list of the seminars, the how many CBD's activities we performed here. So that's what in this type, that what is our main concern is to establish a branch, which we did. And CBD activities, yes, definitely we performed, not physical, but yes, virtually we did lots of activities in 2020, and it will continue in 2021 because still we are in the pandemic situation. Our offices, because I'm working in government, so we are off 50-50%, like 50% we're doing work from home, 50% people are going to office. And recently today, read the news, Abu Dhabi, they announced 30% now. So again, I don't know what's will be the future, but the the perception is that another lockdown will gonna be start because of the cases are increasing. Because Dubai is a global market and Dubai is 100% open, but now they restricted 50%, and Abu Dhabi basically is the capital, and they restricted now 30% mall capacity and office capacity. They are working with 30% capacity. So in 2021, again, a challenging year. 1 month almost finished. We are in February, and hopefully next this year we are not able to get together physically, but definitely we'll do events, webinar, uh, artificial intelligence we use in working from home. So there's such type of events we will continue. Yes, over to you.
Thank you, Farid, for explaining this area in detail. Many our members are also joined, and I am quite thankful to them as well. And they can also ask their question and comments. I will put in front of Mr. Farid. ऐसे हमारे मेंबर्स अगर जिन्होंने यूएई से हमें ज्वाइन किया है या पाकिस्तान से भी ज्वाइन किया है, तो एक ओवरऑल हमारे, क्योंकि हम जो पाकिस्तान में भी लोग बैठे हुए हैं, वी आर क्वाइट ईगर कि हमारी जो करंट इस वक्त कौंसिल है, इसने इंटरनेशनल लेवल के ऊपर ब्रांचेस को इस्टेब्लिश किया है। तो हमारे जो अब यहाँ से स्टूडेंट्स या हमारे जो मेंबर्स वहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में जा रहे हैं, दे आर वेरी मच ईगर टू नो दैट हाउ इंस्टीट्यूट grab their position in foreign markets. तो हम इंशाल्लाह इसके अंदर ये भी कोशिश करेंगे इन फ्यूचर कि अपने जो दूसरे कौंसल्स के जो चेयर पर्सनस हैं, जो फॉरेन कौंसल्स के या मेंबर्स हैं, उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करें, उनके साथ भी कुछ सेशन कंडक्ट करें। तो यू पीपल मे आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन, आई विल पुट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मिस्टर फरीद, एंड इंशाल्लाह हमें। अच्छा फरीद, एक क्वेश्चन है जो चूंकि एक न्यू स्टैब्लिश्ड सेटअप है कि फॉरेन में अब ब्रांचेस ओपन हुई हैं, what type of committees you established when you start with the UAE branch council? एंड जैसे एजुकेशन कमेटी है, जैसे सीपीडी एक्टिविटी कमेटी है, जैसे इस तरह की लाइक कमेटीज होती हैं, तो कितनी कमेटीज आपने एस्टेब्लिश की? और उन कमेटीज में सबसे पहले हम आपकी तरफ आते हैं कि उन्होंने क्या परफॉर्मेंस अभी तक आपकी नज़र में शो की, और क्या परफॉर्मेंस ऐसी है जो उनको मजीद 21 के लिए आपने अपने एजेंडा में या अपने प्लान में रखी हुई हैं?
Sure. Actually, the set of committees are similar like in national council. So there is no new committees or there is no special committees for UAE. So I'll just read it out and I'll tell who is responsible for whom. So first of all, being a chairman, I have Branch Executive and Education Committee. Then Mr. Intezar, who is a vice chairman and chairman committee of Branch Corporate Relation and Community Communication Committee. I will explain you one by one. So then is Abdul Rahman, who is our secretary and treasurer. He is handling Branch Student Affairs Committee. Then Kamal Hussain, who is our member, and he is chairman of Branch CBT Committee. Then Mr. Khalid Mahmood, who is also a member, who is handling Branch Technical Support and Practical Practice Development Committee. Then Mr. Faisal Shehzad, who is the chairman of Branch Research and Publication Committee. Then Mohammad Bilal Hanif, who is handling Branch Member Social Welfare Committee. Then Ahmed Tariq Bhatti, who is the chairman of Branch Examination Administration Committee. So these are basically 8 committees which already there in the National Council Branch Council of Pakistan as well. So we'll follow the same procedure. So let's take one by one what we are doing in that and what are our targets and what we are planning to do. So coming towards the Executive and Education Committee and being a chairman of UAE Branch Council. So first of all, my target was to establish a branch. Then we have to, because is we have to see the education. There's basically in the education part, if you see, most of the education part is responsible for National Council and Pakistan. So they have a full-fledged education department. In our side, what we have to do, we have to sign a MOU for all the education bodies, maximum bodies, which I hope I think that Pakistan National Council and others, they are doing very well. But in our side in UAE, basically we have a UECA, only one body registered in UAE. So they are basically giving a membership for ACCA members, and we are keep in a discussion with them to acknowledge our membership like ICMA Pakistan and award UACA, or if they are not, is basically CA field. There is no what do you say? There is no education or accounting body registered in UAE by the government of the UAE. There is only one registered body which is called UAECA with a tag of triple A association, and there's no management here. Only CIMA, CIMA, CMA, USA. These are all the bodies are there. But specifically talking about the UAE, so here only UAECA established, which is in based in Sharjah. So I met a couple of times with the management of UAECA. So recently they started giving membership, 100% membership to the CGMA USA. They are giving ACCA 100% qualified members, and they are awarded CA Pakistan as well. So CA Pakistan as well, because they are the chartered accountants and they are registered here. So we are in keep discussion with them, but they have a point here that being a chartered accountant and UECA, they will allow us after giving 1 or 2 exam, but still they are in a discussion internally. We presented them all our course and other things that we are eligible to get the membership, full membership, but still they have a concept that no, chartered accountant and CMA, definitely there's a difference between these two bodies. So they are planning to 1 or 2 paper to be appear by the our members, and then they will get UECA. So that is the education part from my side. Now coming towards the other committees like corporate relationship, second committee, which is handling by Intezar, and he is basically more in people searching jobs, meeting recruitment agencies. The task here is a little bit different. If you are asking about, okay, 2 years, how many MOUs you sign, I will say we didn't sign any MOU with any recruitment company. The main part is basically we registered our branch recently back in, I think, 3, 4 months before. If we registered in January 19, definitely in a 2 year time we have to sign 1 or 2 or maybe more MOU with the recruitment agencies. How the same in Pakistan, if you want a job, ICMA people are going to the ICMA branch. They're asking, okay, we have built their resume, and they're asking, okay, search for a job for me. Here in UAE, basically, We don't have proper office as of now, but people are, they are good companies have always a recruitment agencies. They are not hiring directly. They are not advertising their job at all. I work in two government organizations, Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and in my career, they didn't advertise any job, even though they have lots of jobs. So they are much relying on one internal resources. If like CFO, CEO, they have some references. Second, they are relying on the recruitment agencies, a good recruitment agencies, where they gave them their job description, and job description, based on the job description, the recruitment agencies will collect all the resumes. They advertise the job. They will not disclose the company. They share the resumes with us. We'll sort it out, and which candidate we find well, we'll ask them to share the JD to that employee, the prospective employee, and call them for the interview. The first interview will take the recruitment agency, not the us, because recruitment agencies, they are in a direct contact with the prospective employee, and they will sort it out according to the job description of the company, and then they will physically meet first the recruitment agencies if it's suitable, because if it's not suitable, they will not spend much of time. They will not forward their resume to the employer. So in a good company, in a good organization, and with a good package, what I'm trying to say, and with a good designation, this is the normal process. And we plan, and we will start, because recently we opened a branch to tie up with some of, not all, I'm not saying no all, some of them as a MOU, that our candidate, the ICM member, should be there in their top list. Like if any vacancies have coming in with them, so they will prefer our member or student for to get a chance, higher chance, or at the top level to get them. The second point here, basically, the industry relevance. I'm just talking about the job side, because that is the main part. Everyone wants to come here to get a better job. The job point of view here is basically, if any company, if I'm talking about the automobiles company, let's take an example. So automobile company, and every point of time, if he wants accountant, finance manager, financial controller, CFO, he wants to see that who work in automobile industry. He don't want to see that who work in real estate, who works in trading company, who works in any other, even though accounting is same for all the industry. But the mindset of this part of the world, the people who are sitting at the top level, they want to see that if a person work in the same industry, having an experience in the same industry, he prefer that person first of all. So where we are lacking in part of getting the job, or at the time, at the right time, if some vacancy is in specific industry and you don't have experience for that industry, so first of all you will be out. And every time when because we are meeting every week or every month, couple of people, persons, members, students were coming from Pakistan for job search. So he asked them, which industry you worked for. He said, I work for this industry, but I can work for. But he's not able to understand that you have to target that industry only first. You will try your luck for others, but your chances are more on that industry itself. You have to work. And the problem of our guys who are coming from Pakistan, they they're not, what I'm trying to say, they're not very much hard work on, they don't have, base work on getting a job. They come here, most of them. Now it's people are know that what is LinkedIn, but earlier when I'm talking about 2013 and 14, no one knows what is LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a platform where you find so many employers, so many employees, so many people over there. For a job search is a very good platform. Even though we had a webinar, it's not a webinar, we had one seminar in Sharjah on this LinkedIn, how you use that LinkedIn. I remember before the pandemic, like in 2019. So that is people who are coming here who they have to work out how many industries are working. There's lots of companies. If I'm talking about only one free zone. If you take one free zone, there are 500 companies in one free zone. So there are lots of company, lots of industries, but before coming here for a job search, you have to see how where we have to go. Like you have to connect the people, you have to see which industry you want to go, where you work. If it's a fresher, so fresher to start a fresher is very difficult here, seriously, because we have a competition here with different nationalities. Indian, Sri Lankan, Nepalese, British, American. So there is a competition for the job. Now, for corporate relations, yes, we are in the process. Mr. Intezar is the vice chairman and the chairman of this committee. He is in talks with different recruitment agencies, and myself, we are also working with them. So once we sign an MOU, definitely will, guys. And my target is 2021. Definitely, we'll sign couple of MOUs with some of the recruitment companies, where we can see that we have when the fresher or some people who is living over here, he needs a job help, they can go and meet that recruiter and advertise their skills and CVs over there. Coming to the third, which is a branch student affairs committee handling by Secretary
Can,
Trayiraj. Mr. Yeah, sorry.
sorry, Fred, for interruption between your discussion. Basically, many members showing their interest as well to ask the questions. I have also a list of questions, and my producer is given me very tough task that we have to wind it up within an hour, and we'll try कि हम इसको वन बाय वन कुछ शॉर्ट क्विक क्वेश्चंस आंसर के सेशन के साथ इसको
Sure, sure.
करें, और उसके बाद मैं ट्राई करूंगा, जो मैं एक इंटरेस्ट जो है वो देख भी रहा हूं अपने मेंबर्स का भी, और जो मेरे पास भी एक लिस्ट है, आप लोगों का भी एक एजेंडा था, ठीक है, और इसके ऊपर हम शायद एक और सेशन रख सकें. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट टू माय प्रोड्यूसर एज कि काइंडली इसका एक और सेशन भी अरेंज करें अगर 1 आवर के अंदर आपने हमें इसको वाइंड अप करवाना
I
है.
can see some question on my screen as well.
यस यस. अच्छा, वो जो कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं वो लकीली मेरी जो लिस्ट है उसके साथ भी मैच कर रहे हैं. सो
Okay.
कुछ थोड़ा सा हम शायद ऊपर नीचे चलेंगे, क्योंकि
No
कुछ
problem.
क्वेश्चन मेंबर्स की तरफ से आए हैं, वो कुछ मैंने अपने पास भी वो अपने बुलेट्स के अंदर रखे हुए थे. सो जो मैच कर रहे हैं उनको कर लेते हैं. आप काइंडली थोड़ा सा इन अपनी कमेटीज को क्विकली विद इन हाफ मिनट.
Rest, I think basically main तो हमारा we have this corporate relation that basically student affairs is not much. CPD activities, I think you guys are very much aware, and that you are getting very good, feedback, as well as the notification when and where we are doing these things. The rest of the committees are, is very much social research and examinations. So there is not much there. Basically, our main concern are three activities. One top of them is the registration of the branch. Second is job search for them, members of ICMA Pakistan. Third is basically networking. So our main is that the rest of them is there, but most of the work has to be performed by the ICMA Pakistan branch. So I don't have much to say on the rest of the committees. So you can start the questions if you want to put it.
Yes. My basically as far as CPD activity concerned, and जो कि अभी आपने खुद बात कही, मेरा भी एक इसी के ऊपर एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन था, और इसको हम थोड़ा सा क्विकली, चूंकि सीपीडी के हवाले से एक मेरा क्वेश्चन था और सीपीडी एक्टिविटीज के ऊपर आपने एक बात की, जो हमारी, और आपने दरमियान में खुद इस बात को पॉइंट आउट भी किया कि जब हम पाकिस्तान के अंदर अपने लोगों के साथ compete कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे हम इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ compete कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. जब हम किसी फॉरेन मार्केट में, और जैसे यूएई जैसी मार्केट के अंदर हम compete कर रहे हैं, तो वहां पे हम सिर्फ डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ नहीं, डिफरेंट नेशनैलिटीज के साथ compete कर रहे हैं, और ऐसे कंट्रीज के जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं उनके साथ compete कर रहे हैं, या उनके प्रोफेशनल्स के साथ compete कर रहे हैं जिनका अपना एजुकेशनल स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो शायद बहुत बेहतर है, ठीक है. सो जब हमारा स्टूडेंट्स या हमारा मेंबर यहाँ से, आप वाली बात बिल्कुल ठीक है, वो जो ही क्वालिफाई करता है तो बस गल्फ में जाना है या फॉरेन किसी कंट्री में जाना है और वो जॉब सर्चिंग के लिए चला जाता है, जॉब हंटिंग के लिए चला जाता है। अभी आप लोगों ने एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट की, बहुत अच्छा किया। मेरे जहन में असल में एक बात ऐसी है कि क्या फ्यूचर 21 के अंदर थोड़ा सा इंस्टीट्यूट को इन्वॉल्व करके क्या कोई एक ऐसा फ्रेमवर्क आप लोग डेवलप नहीं कर सकते या करेंगे, या आप लोगों को करना चाहिए कि जो भी फॉरेन मार्केट्स के अंदर जॉब करने के लिए जाए, तो आपका सीआरसी डिपार्टमेंट और आपका प्रोफेशन डेवलपमेंट जो सीपीडी एक्टिविटी का डिपार्टमेंट है, या जो दूसरे ओवरऑल जो हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट है, ये कोलेबोरेशन के साथ एक ग्रूमिंग, एक उनका एटीट्यूड और स्किल्स की कोई एक 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 इसेंशियल कर दिया जाए, जरूरी कर दिया जाए कि वो 2 माह 1 माह का कुछ ऐसे ट्रेनिंग टाइप जो है वो करें, या लाजमी वहां पे जाके करें या यहां से करके जाएं। तो कुछ एक ऐसा लाइजोन क्रिएट नहीं हो सकता जिससे जब हम मार्केट में हमारे, जब आपके पास फॉरेन में जो हमारा मेंबर जाए, तो उसके लिए वो पहले से इतना ग्रूम्ड हो कि वो वहां पे compete कर सके। तो कोई एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म डेवलप नहीं हो सकता?
Ji, Abdul Rahman. Actually, in this sense, basically, if you're talking about the people coming here and we will give them the, the training or something like that, that is not possible. First of all, the possibility is basically we arrange some seminars. I think Kamar was the one who gave the seminar in Islamabad branch council when he was in Pakistan to tell them what are the possibilities and what are the things. Like it's basically an introductory seminar. So what we can do, we can arrange introductory seminars where we can guide the people how to search a job or how to come here and what capabilities you require. I know accounting point of view, study point of view, everything is on at par. You can say at par. We are not behind. The problem is basically we won the job 50% based on our qualification. The remaining 50% is basically your self grooming, how you introduce or you sell in front of the employer. There where I can say that where we are lacking. If you take a guy who is from India, he is just a graduate, and he come in front of you being interviewer, and then you are taking interview for him. His speaking language, his gestures, I am not saying his knowledge of accounting, absolutely very well as compared to our qualified member who is going fresh qualified member who is coming in front of him. So for that, we started Toastmaster clubs. Toastmaster, we started to be part of the Toastmaster club, where Mr. Kamar is leading that, being a president over there. So on that, where you have to groom yourselves, people can join if they want to come here. They can join from Pakistan as well. Even though I am 100% sure that Lahore branch, Islamabad branch, Karachi branch, they have a Toastmaster clubs as well, so they can join over there. They have to groom their language skill, their presentation skill, their IT skill. Nowadays, where we are lacking, we know the accounting part, but we don't know the IT part. Even though myself, I am learning a lot in my organization, different type of tools, because we are working from home. How to use a VPN? Even though we are not using VPN here, how to use, different type of tools we are using working while working from home. So now, because of this pandemic, all artificial intelligence are activated. IT is in a very high demand. So we have to oppress ourselves in IT skills. We have to oppress ourselves in front of our grooming, our gestures, our speaking. We have to convince in front of in front of the audience, even though if the interviewer is one on a panel of interviewer. So you have to be very much groom in this regard. As I remember, I appeared in lots of interviews for the job search. I didn't know that I didn't have a conference in front of CEO who knows accounting. No one knows accounting. They want to only judge because the phases of the good job from the government sector, from the private sector, they are coming from the recruitment agencies, and they are relying more on the recruitment agencies to assess the capability of their education. The rest of the things they have to see how he will adjust or she will adjust in the organization, how he perform, how his behavior. Because when you're working in an organization where most of the people are different nationality, even though UAE national, British, Americans, how you will adjust, how you can perform your duties within line with these, people, line of people. If you are same nationality, there will be no issue because your culture, there's no diversification between your culture and the other person culture. But when you are, this is a very key point why hiring any employee, they will see that how you behave, how you behave in the organization, how you behave with your next of colleagues. So this is one of the part. Not, I'm not saying that this is a qualifications there. That's something that I said earlier. 50% you won the job because you qualify for the education part. Next 50% to achieve that 50%, which is more important, you have to you have to meet all these numbers: your behavior, your skills, your convincing power, your attitude, adjustment in the organization. These are the things you have to be. So in this the question you asked, we can conduct webinars, but we're not able to conduct any uh, courses like 1 month or 30 days, 50 days courses. We cannot do like that here. But yes, we can arrange some type of webinars with the people who wants to come in here in UAE. The members who is already working, so they are very much aware that what are the challenges they are facing. And yes, definitely we can do that.
Thank you very much, Preet, for explaining in detail. Basically, my point of concern is simple: that being an independent, member, I must at this moment. We will go ahead. Of course, there are a lot of questions, and we have to go there now. Basically, my suggestion to National Council and branch council, foreign branch councils as well, that there must be a cell shall be created at major centers like Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, where for foreign the members who are basically willing to serve in foreign, कि वहां पे जो है वो एक सेटअप ऐसा स्टैब्लिश हो कि वो वहां पे कॉन्टैक्ट करें, और 15-20 दिन के, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि कोई कोर्स हो, कोई कोर्स वर्क हो, कोई उसका कोई वो लेके जाए, वो ऐसा ना हो। वहां पे इसी तरह का टोस्ट मास्टर टाइप या कुछ इसी तरह का एक सेंट्रिक एक कस्टमाइज्ड किस्म की ट्रेनिंग वहां पे जरूर होनी चाहिए। जैसे यूएई के अपने चैलेंजेस हैं, कोई कनाडा में जाता है तो उसके अपने चैलेंजेस हैं, ठीक है, कोई किसी और कंट्री में जाता है तो उसके अपने चैलेंजेस हैं। तो वो ब्रांच और नेशनल काउंसिल, वो रेलेवेंट कंट्री की ब्रांच और नेशनल काउंसिल, उसका आपस में एक लाइव जोन हो, और 15-20 दिन की एक जो भी अब किसी ने अगर प्लान किया तो वो ऐसे ही यकदम तो उठ के नहीं चला जाएगा, ठीक है। उसने प्लान किया तो उसने कुछ 15-20 दिन का तो टाइम फ्रेम उसके पास होगा एटलीस्ट मेजर सेंटर्स के ऊपर। तो एटलीस्ट वो जो एक मेजर जो चैलेंजेस होते हैं उनको मीट अप करने के लिए मेरे ख्याल से एक ऐसा सेल मेजर जो हमारे सेंटर्स है वहां पे क्रिएट किया जा सकता है। तो ये मेरी सजेशन है नेशनल को भी, आप लोगों को भी, फॉरेन जो ब्रांचेस है।
हाँ, इसमें थोड़ा सा ऐड करूंगा. Just want to add one thing that we already plan once we have a proper office. So in that office, office bearer should have to give the all these information and the way how to get the job for for a newcomer or a new fresher people who is coming from the Pakistan. So that is there basically, but that is depending on when we are live with our full-fledged office with the staff. So that is part of our plan. What can I say?
ओके, प्रीत, ये मेरे लिस्ट में भी एक क्वेश्चन था, और अभी हमारे एक मेंबर हैं, उन्होंने ये क्वेश्चन जो था वो रेज किया था हमारा बजट के हवाले से, कि हमारी फंडिंग का सोर्स क्या है, क्या कोई बैंक अकाउंट जो है वो है हमारे पास, ठीक है। और मेरा क्वेश्चन तो कुछ बेसिकली कुछ यूं था कि क्या ऐसा कोई फंड एस्टेब्लिश किया हुआ है, ठीक है, जैसे कि ये मोहम्मद मुश्ताक हैं, डियर फ्रेंड, यू नो फॉर सर्टेन एक्टिविटीज वी नीड एडिक्वेट फंड्स, डू वी हैव बैंक अकाउंट ऑफ यूएई ब्रांच, हाउ यू विल रेज फंडिंग फॉर यूएई ब्रांच, डोनेशंस फ्रॉम स्पॉन्सर्स और फ्रॉम आईसीएमएपी हेड ऑफिस। मैं इसमें थोड़ा सा एक और एड अप करता चला जाऊं कि आप थोड़ा सा क्विकली क्विकली इसको रिस्पॉन्ड भी कर देंगे कि आपको कितना फंड जो है वो नेशनल काउंसिल की तरफ से दिया जाता है, बजट आपका सौ बजट क्या है, ठीक है। और उसके बाद मेरे पास एक आइडिया, एक सजेशन ये है कि क्या आप लोग वहां पे, हमारे काफी जो मेंबर्स हैं वो अच्छी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के अंदर सर्व भी कर रहे हैं, तो एक क्या कोई एक म्यूचुअल फंड, क्योंकि एक नया सेटअप है, बड़ा अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है हमारी नेशनल का भी, हमारी इस वक्त टीम का भी, कि उन्होंने फॉरेन ब्रांचेस क्रिएट की हैं। तो उन फॉरेन ब्रांचेस को एक दफा स्टैब्लिश करने के लिए, उस पर खड़ा करने के लिए डेफिनेटली वहां पे कुछ फंडिंग चाहिए होगी। तो क्या हमारे जो फॉरेन में जो ऐसे मेंबर्स हैं जो कि पोस्ट के ऊपर बैठे हुए हैं, तो कुछ एक टाइम फ्रेम के लिए, कुछ एक अरसे के लिए, जब तक हमारा एस्टेब्लिश नहीं हो जाता सेटअप, तो उसके अंदर अपनी अमाउंट डिपॉजिट करवा दिया करें। ऑल दो मे भी एक मुझे काउंटर रिस्पॉन्स आ सकता है कि हम ऑलरेडी बहुत सब्सक्रिप्शन जो है वो जमा करवाते हैं, लेकिन उसके अलावा भी जस्ट फॉर दीज ब्रांचेस जो कि वहां पे है, तो उसके ऊपर क्विकली थोड़ा सा आप रिस्पॉन्ड कर दें, मुश्ताक की क्यूरी को भी एड्रेस कर दें और कैंडिस
Sure.
पे थोड़ा quickly कर दें।
Actually, we already open a bank account, but is not yet active because our account bearer is Pakistani employee, which is Mr. Amir, who is executive director. The problem here, why we are not account holder here, being a youth branch council chairman and other members, we are working for different organization, and here in UAE you cannot work for two organization. So we are not the account holder, signatories in our bank account. So only the point missing here, Mr. Amir just has to come personally to UAE and for fulfilling the requirement of the bank account. So we are still waiting for a good time to invite him here. So our account will be active, and once it active, and then we will start, raising funds and other activities. What our plan is, yes, definitely we are paying our annual subscription, but in Pakistan rupees. The funds what we're receiving is basically based on a one member, like 500 or I think 600 rupees, Pakistani rupees per member. So if we are a 300 member over here registered, so 500 to 300 multiplied by 300, that is our annual budget which we are receiving from other than the branch activities, and these funds we are utilizing for our CBD activities. Earlier, we organized physical activities where we asked some funds for the members, but due to some restrictions, we are not able to collect the money because we were not registered. But now, after the registration, once the physical activities will happen, we'll ask our members to come for the CBT activities, and we utilize that fund. That is the only social funds which we are getting based on the membership subscription. Now, our plan is to collect the money from each member who is registered in UAE. Minimum, my suggestion was 500 dirham per annum, but it depends with the help of others, council members, that how much minimum amount we have to kept, and we will ask to deposit in our bank account. So once it's established, then we will utilize that fund for meeting our day-to-day activities. Not, I'm not talking about the employee we will hire or the office expenses that will be bear by the national council, sorry, ICMA Pakistan. So for development of our members here who is working here, once we charge this amount, we provide the services of, like, if anyone want to switch the job, anyone wants to come in CBT activities with free of cost, we'll invite different industry specialists, as well as we will invite, we'll try our best to get the sponsorship as well. So that is how we will market ourselves in front of the employer. So that is I think is enough meeting the questions as of now.
यस, थैंक यू वेरी मच। नेक्स्ट एक तारिक महमूद साहब का क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट एफर्ट्स डन फॉर ऑडिट राइट्स इन यूएई फॉर आईसीएमएपी मेंबर्स।
That I already explained earlier, that we are in a discussion with UECA, and we just received. I am continuously following with them. Recently, last to last week, I had a discussion with them because they allow CMAU USA a full membership. So I had a detailed discussion call with the director of UECA. I said, guys, you are now allowing different bodies. Why you're not considering us? So he said that this is in pipeline, but they are not giving us a full 100% membership. They will establish one or two paper for all members to appear and then get a UECA. And UECA, when you got the membership of that, you are eligible over here in UAE as a chartered accountant.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Farid, for responding this. Mr. Mushtaq already suggested a point. You can respond already. Our producer has responded it. वैसे,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think you can also explore options to sign MOUs with RH, Hayes, CH, Indeed, Edico,
Yep.
Manpower, Gulf Talent. These
These are the
agencies.
recruitment companies, basically. These are the recruitment companies. Yes, definitely we have a plan. What I was trying to say you earlier that because of this COVID-19 and physical meeting is not possible, and to get the people over the phone as a difficult challenge as of now from for we're facing. We cannot meet face by face, and the problem we recently registered our branch. So is in our pipeline in 2020. Inshallah, we will sign a couple of MOU. So these are the recruitment companies actually he was mentioning.
Okay. In your manifesto, there was a point that you will open a liaison office in UAE.
Mhm.
So, have you
We
people
already
have?
opened. We already opened. No? That basically there is a license office, which is a branch, RAC branch.
Okay.
So actually, that is basically our plan is to in Dubai, but due to the cost saving, we registered in Rasul Khaimah. But there is no restriction between the Dubai and Rasul Khaimah, so we have the same rights. We can open an office over here as well, but our registration done in Rasul Khaimah, not in Dubai. That's the only difference.
Okay. What happened about you people were planned to start coaching for students and accept Corona or accept budgets? Are there any other reasons?
Actually, I think I remember 19 we started some groups, WhatsApp groups, where we are gathering data that how many people are interested, but we didn't receive a very good response from the people because most of the people are working over here and they don't want to have physical classes. So, as per our license got from Rasul Khaimah, we can conduct classes over here. But again, it depends upon the number of students. I remember in Pakistan, minimum 5 people, if you are, then you can start a class, or 10 people. So similarly, the same situation here. So we didn't get a very good response that people wants to come for physical class. So that is one of our, we can do, but it all depends upon the availability of the people or the joining of the people. So, but we are not very much in that. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Preet. What step taken for coordination with Pakistan embassy, consulate, and मीन्स कितना एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रिलेशनशिप है कितनी एक आपने अगर कुछ अगर आपने स्टेप लिया है इसके ऊपर बिकॉज दैट वाज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ योर एजेंडा और योर मैनिफेस्टो कि आप उनके साथ एक कोऑर्डिनेशन करेंगे और आज हमारा कोई मेंबर अगर जाता है और उसको इस तरह के कोई किसी तरह के इश्यूज फेस करने पड़ते हैं या नहीं करने पड़ते या क्या मतलब क्या कोऑर्डिनेशन लेवल है कितना आज से 2 साल पहले हम कहाँ पे थे इस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में और आज हम कहाँ पे खड़े हुए हैं
I'm living in Dubai basically, so I met couple of times with His Excellency Mr. Amjad, who is a Consulate General of Pakistan, Dubai Consulate. So we one time being awarded with a shield in one of the seminar from him. So he knows what I'm trying to say. Basically, we personally knows each other, and nowadays, recently, last week they have open forum, open discussion. What you said, Kuli Kajari in Dubai Consulate. The same concept they are doing in Abu Dhabi as well. From ICMA branch side, if we have facing any challenges, definitely we are taking through with them. But the only point last time we had a discussion with Abu Dhabi ambassador, who is recently they changed it about the recognition of the degree. In that side, there are lots of challenges we faced, and at the end of the day, we are still trying to get that on board, I don't have much information as of now. But on the other side, yes, definitely we are in a contact with them. If someone wants to meet them, definitely they can, and they know that ICMA UAE branch council is here. Yes.
Okay. One thing, some bit, थोड़ा सा क्रिटिक है, लेकिन कुछ आपके जो मैनिफेस्टोस थे या कुछ आपके ऐसे पॉइंट्स थे या कुछ आपके ऐसे एजेंडा पॉइंट्स थे जिसके अंदर आपकी अभी आके मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे अब दरम्यान में भी एक क्वेश्चन आया कि कॉस्ट ऑफरिंग क्लासेस की बहुत ज़्यादा है, ठीक है, या जैसे आपने ये कहा कि कोई इतना ज़्यादा अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं था, तो क्या कुछ पॉइंट्स के ऊपर, एजेंडा पॉइंट्स के ऊपर होमवर्क पहले से इतना अच्छा नहीं था? क्योंकि इस एजेंडा के ऊपर आपने बोर्ड लेके ब्रांच स्टैब्लिश की, तो
Hmm.
ये उसका एक इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट था। तो क्या आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या मतलब क्या इस पॉइंट के ऊपर इससे पहले होमवर्क नहीं था या क्या था, या क्या
Uh,
थी या नहीं थी वहाँ की लोकल? क्योंकि जब आप नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन के ऊपर जाएंगे, लास्ट ईयर है आपकी परफॉर्मेंस का, ठीक है, और जब आप नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन के ऊपर जाएंगे तो क्या आपको कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट्स को फिल्टर आउट करना पड़ेगा कि जो पॉइंट शायद वहाँ की लोकल मार्केट की डिमांड ही नहीं है?
that's if you remember, I told you earlier that our main emphasis was 1, 2, 3, which is branch and this meeting with the MOU, signing with MOUs with the recruitment agencies, and helping our new people overcoming air pressure. So education, this is one of our point to increase, but that is not our emphasis basically. Here we are doing examination from the beginning. It doesn't mean that we have a branch or no branch. With the help of branch, yes, the examinations comes under us, so we will save some of money, not all of money, because right now we are outsourcing that examination part. For examination part, how is outsourced because we don't have branch before, so we have some tie-up with some company, so who is conducting the examination. The education part, this is one of the part, but that is not our focus to we tried our best before the branch office open. We tried our best that we'll see, we tried that how many people wants to come in, but response was very minimal. So at that time we said, okay, let's keep it rolling. Like if more people wants to come, and then we will emphasize on this. So let's more emphasis given to the other demand, which is the job search and the branch opening. So that is one of them, but there is points where we cannot concentrate. It's out of beyond our control basically. We will provide the service. If no one wants to come in, how can we do it? So, and we didn't make a branch where to be profitable. We make a branch here to run on a cost and income basis. We did not present it our budget anything that we will run the profit based on the exam education. Our model was not like that. Our model was we will collect the money for the members at the membership fee, and we'll spend the money on the members for giving the services, which is not the examination education, which is to provide them a support on the job search, which is to provide them to meet with the new people, with the new employer, provide them a connectivity like CBD activities where they can meet a different type of peoples, and that is basically our main goal.
ओके, फिर अगेन ये थोड़ा सा ब्रांच लेवल पे क्वेश्चन है कि इस वक्त जो आपकी ब्रांच की टीम है कितनी जेलिंग है? क्या क्या एक आप लोगों को ऐसा फील आता है कि कोई कुछ लोग डेफिनेटली एक्टिव होते हैं, कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको मजीद एक्टिव करने की जरूरत होती है, तो क्या फील कर रहे हैं?
Basically,
मतलब
nowadays the situation is
टीम लीडर, सेटिस्फाइड विद दैट?
actually I cannot complain anyone. Myself, I'm not getting much time as earlier before. Basically, earlier I don't have kids. Now I have kids as well. Earlier my responsibility was very limited. Now I have a big responsibilities. So I cannot say that people are not giving my time. My branch members, guys, they are spending their time. They are utilizing their time frequently. So I cannot say that the problem, the challenge is here. to take time out of your busy life. That is the only thing. And when you take time out of your busy life, the main thing is when for myself, if you're talking about other than the Youth Branch Council, I have to spend time on myself basically. So like I have to go gym, I have to go running, I have to go walk. I cannot spare time for that. So and the UAE Branch Council, there is another activity. So it's a difficult task, but at the end of the day, you have to manage. So we have to, at one point of time, giving some more time to some member, some other member. So just utilize it. So at the end of the day, work will be accomplished.
Thank you very much, Freed. We must appreciate because
Thank you.
here in Pakistan, that you people are basically working very hard, and टाइम निकाल रहे हो आप लोग अपनी ओवरऑल जब आप फॉरेन में जाते हो तो वहां पे डेफिनेटली आपके और बहुत ज्यादा मसाइल होते हैं आपके और बहुत ज्यादा इश्यूज हैं आपने इसको टाइम देना है अपने ओवरऑल सेटअप को जो है वो चलाना है तो वो मस्ट एप्रिशिएट वहाँ पे पाकिस्तान वो और कंट्री कर रहे हैं definitely। तो can you hear me?
आपकी वॉइस
Mr.
थोड़ी
Freed?
डिस्टर्ब हो रही है, वॉइस आपकी नहीं आ रही।
Okay, Freed, can you hear me right now? There was some connectivity issue, I think.
Now it's fine. Yes, you can repeat, please.
Okay. So we must appreciate your efforts because you are working for our institute and अपनी बिजी स्केड्यूल से आप लोग टाइम निकालते हो एफर्ट कर रहे हैं कमर डेफिनेटली बहुत एफर्ट कर रहा है दूसरे आप मेंबर्स जो हैं वो मिलकर एफर्ट कर रहे हैं टू वाइंड इट अप देयर आर ओनली टू क्विक क्वेश्चंस as per your own analysis what is difference now in UAE market for our CMA members when you joined this branch and now?
Okay, when I joined in 20, I'll take into for 2013 basically when because at that time I was a chairman as well. So in 2013
Okay,
market and
we will be specific here in this branch, in this branch.
okay, in this month basically due to the pandemic there are lots of changes. If you remove the pandemic, then we will see assess our credibility, how where and where we are now. But because of this COVID-19, the situation is really worse. Not in terms of ICMA Pakistan, other accounting bodies and other things. In terms of job placement and other things, lots of people got terminated, and the industry. Myself, even though I was working in government organization, we were worked more than 6 months and a half pay. Our salaries are 50% cut because of this COVID-19. Even though our business are good, so. You can say we survived. We were working 50% of our salaries for more than 6 months. So now, alhamdulillah, got back. But other than COVID-19, yes, definitely, our each member presented himself or herself in front of the employer that definitely ICMA is known by most of the employer. Even though when I joined in Abu Dhabi government, is a one part where I was the only one member of ICMA Pakistan. So most of the people knows ICMA qualification, where we are, where we stand, how many members we have. We invited couple of guests in our seminars as well. So yes, we are growing, and with the passage of time, we uh, we're not saying that each and every employee know ICMA Pakistan, but most of them, our target is to brand ourselves in front of. We are running so many campaign, Facebook, LinkedIn, tagging other people's. in our promoting brand CMA, where they are able to see that who we are and where we are. Yes. Yes, over to you. I think what is
Oh, thank you very much. There is a quick response at head office level. मेरे ख्याल से वो कर दिया आंसर. ISME UAE branch arrange many for managing the branch learning channel like ये channel को. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, your voice is distorting, but is hanging. Yes, tell me. I think some problem with net.
Yes, I think
Hello.
I was saying about Ghulam Qasim's question कि
Mhm.
क्या ब्रांच जो है ऐसे लर्निंग चैनल एक अगर आप इसको respond करना चाहें तो we'll go forward.
Hmm. I think okay. Let me discuss this with the national council level, like ICMA Pakistan level. That how can we make a? We already created a YouTube channel, but for the seminars and other things, I think they are adding all these in the Facebook. So you can search and like the page of ICMA Pakistan Facebook, and I think all the seminars and webinars are there. I think it's already there. We don't have to create a new UE branch council.
Okay, Farid, just to wind it up, manifesto agenda for 21 in a quick liner up, please.
To 2021 agenda is to run our office properly, basically. Our plan is to have a office bearer account, bank account active, and office bearer should have responsibility on their shoulder to run the branch and collaborate with each and other party in a good manner, and having proper assessment, proper weekly or monthly performance reviews, sharing with other branch members and with national council. So 2021 target is basically to have proper office in UAE.
Thank you
That's
very
what
much.
I'm saying.
Inshallah, we'll sit at the end of 21, and we hope you will be the next contestant as well. You will serve for
Inshallah.
CMAP in UAE,
We'll
और
try.
हाँ 21 के एंड के ऊपर हम बैठेंगे और उस वक्त हम इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स की जो ब्रांच है उसके एजेंडा को भी डिस्कस कर रहे होंगे. आई मस्ट अप्रिशिएट कि आपने कुछ छोटे मोटे, हालांकि आप लोगों की नई ब्रांच थी, आप लोगों को ज्यादा मुश्किलात होती हैं. मेरे पास बहुत ज्यादा क्रिटिकल क्वेश्चंस हैं अपनी पाकिस्तान की नेशनल काउंसिल और ब्रांच काउंसिल के लोगों के लिए, और इनके लिए मेरे पास कोई नरम गोशा इसलिए भी नहीं है कि क्योंकि ये लोग काफी अरसे से यहाँ पे सर्व कर रहे हैं इंस्टीट्यूट को, और आई मस्ट आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू दोज पीपल. लेकिन जो फॉरेन में हमारे लोग इतनी एफर्ट कर रहे हैं ब्रांचेस के साथ, अपने बिजी स्केड्यूल में से जो है वो टाइम भी निकालते हैं, वी मस्ट अप्रिशिएट, वी मस्ट
Thank you.
कांग्रेचुलेट पीपल. और इंशाल्लाह विल सिट अगेन. बहुत दो चार और भी मेरे क्वेश्चन थे, बट आई विल रिजर्व इंशाल्लाह फिर कभी किसी नेक्स्ट सेशन में आपके साथ
Sure.
थैंक यू वेरी मच फरीद. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you, Abdurrahman, for your time. Okay, have a nice day.